So you're relocating to Huntsville, Alabama. I bet no one has shown you this city that we're at here today. And this might be one of the best suburbs around Huntsville, Alabama. Niche.com actually gives us the second best suburb of Morgan County. And today I'm gonna show you, and no one's talking about this city, so I'm gonna show you exactly what this city is like. And by the end of it, you're gonna know for yourself if this is the place to look. Well, even in a small city, you can get people who are upset. So where we are right here, we are in downtown Hartselle. Downtown Hartselle, you're either gonna love it. It's just a small, quaint little downtown. It's cute. It's not a big vibrant downtown. It's small. Here, let me flip the camera. I'm over at the little park right over here. You can see that light right ahead. Yep, we're on the one side of the downtown. That light, that's pretty much taking you to the other one. We'll be walking this and showing you. There's a lot of cool little shops around here in this area. I'll be showing you what people love when it comes to Hartselle though, and you'll see as we drive around is that you can get one. It's because you're further out from Huntsville, the affordability is increasing a lot, and those houses that you're seeing, you'll be shocked at what some of those houses will run you. I'll be showing you later on one of the only new construction community going on right now in Hartselle, showing you what you can get there if you're looking to try and wanting to build brand new. But what Hartselle has, it's got a lot of places with large land. It's quiet, but it still has a lot of shopping convenience right nearby, but everything seems to be done smaller here. The Walmart here is smaller, the Lowe's here is smaller, the Kroger's smaller. Everything's just a little bit smaller than Decatur or a bigger city as you go into those areas. And actually what's really great with that is, let's say that it's you and maybe you have a spouse that's also working commuting from Huntsville. Well, one of the major pain points when you're driving this far, and you could be looking at rush hour with traffic, if there's a wreck, it could be an hour and a half to get home crossing over the bridge. But at least you still got conveniences right nearby. Hartselle is pretty spread out. It's pretty. It's got a lot of rural. You're not going to see these huge master plan communities or huge developed subdivisions. In fact, a lot of the places I'm going to show you and have going on the B-roll here, it is brutally hot today. We're filming this in early June. It's like 90 degrees already. Probably see I'm already breaking out sweat. We just been out here for a few minutes starting this. Now this little main street stretch here, it will get white backed up when the train comes by. There's a train that runs through this town. Hartselle's an old city. That's one of the things that I think it really has going for it compared to some of the others, is because it's an older city, it's got a lot of character. It was like a railroad town from way back when in the 1800s. This city has one middle school, one high school. That can be a good thing. And let me know in the comments, do you come from a small area or do you come from a bigger area? Yeah, a lot of road noise through here. I may have to just mute the audio track for it. This is one of the really popular shops for weddings, bridals, showers, proms. The parking situation can be a little bit rough because you've got street parking here. Good thing is none of it's paid street parking, which is nice. There is a train up ahead that will come through, and then the traffic get really backed up, especially during rush hour. And then Hartselle recently went to become a wet city, which means you can actually get a drink here. So there's a little sports bar here. I haven't been to this yet. Normally if I'm going out for drinks, I'm going to be going to Campus 805 or the Stove House. Oh yeah, Campus 805 in Huntsville will be the main spot. So you're either going to like this small town pace where you can kind of walk around. Some of the subdivisions, they're going to be like your 50s, 70s styles homes, tract homes, bigger lots, that kind of thing. But they are in like walking distance from right here, which is really cool. As far as restaurants, places to eat, not a lot of dining or eating options here in Hartselle. You're going to be going to Decatur or Huntsville, Madison for a lot of your dining out. There's a couple of places here. The Freight House is one that we've been through. We actually had our wedding, rehearsal dinner there after. So that was cool. Had a great time. And then O'Brien's Steakhouse. They've got a really good salad bar that I enjoy. This is going to be probably your only 2 EV charging stations in Hartselle. Very, very limited. But hey, they've got something. Oh, there's a little antique shop here. Honestly, I didn't even know that was here. Maybe it's been here for a while or it's newer. My wife loves antique shops. If you like antiquing, there are a lot of great antique shops here in Huntsville, Alabama area. You have to wait in between the loud noises, but right up here, that's the railroad track where things will get backed up. There are times where you are better off going through the school zone than getting stopped by this train. So right up there, that's the freight house up ahead. They call it that because, I mean, the train track's like right there, so it's like built up right against the train track. I have to bribe my wife with a treat whenever we go out, so I told her for the hot day, if she bears with me, help be my driver through all this footage, that we would try out that ice cream shop. So a little bit later, I'll show you guys, tell you guys our thoughts on whether or not we liked it. I didn't even know before today that Hartselle had an ice cream shop. My plan was just simply to go over to Culver's in Decatur after we were done, but we'll give that place a shot. It seems fitting with the purposes of vlog tour today. So the downtown area for around the holidays, they will do Christmas lights. A lot of the shops will decorate on it. So that's one of the, most of the time we just drive through this city on the way out towards Somerville, where my parents live, and we just kind of cut through Hartselle. Or we're driving through it if we want to go to the less busy grocery store or Walmart. It's a little bit nicer in Walmart. My wife prefers it over Decatur, but because it's smaller, it just doesn't have as much. It's gonna be a little hit and miss. So there you've seen the downtown Hartselle, Alabama, a little bit of the flavor going through it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is it the kind of downtown area that you like? Really, that part right there, I'm gonna say, if you don't like that area, then you're probably not gonna like a lot of Hartselle. Because when I think of Hartselle, at least in my mind, this is the main stretch that I think of. The other stretch, which we'll show you just driving footage of the major chain stores here in the area, they're along 36, and then 36 is your straight shot. You go 36 into Decatur, through Decatur. 36 or 31? That was direction. 31.
36 is to Somerville.
Retry. And then you take 31, and that will go, if you take that, you just go straight shot into Decatur, and then you just keep going over the bridge, and then you go up to Madison, then over into Huntsville. And then if you go the opposite direction, you go towards Coleman or Birmingham area. So one thing that I think was really good about Hartselle, if you're needing more, if you're getting like specialized care, your two major hospitals for the area is going to be Huntsville Hospital over in Huntsville, and then they've been buying up all the little regional hospitals to get one nice big hospital monopoly in the area. And then your other options can be your Birmingham is going to be the best, the biggest hospital for the states. And so if you're needing that kind of specialized care over there, that is something to keep in mind, how far away you may want to be from either end. And Hartselle is going to be, you're going to be like hour and a half away from UAB over there. UAB? Yeah. That's the hospital, right? Yeah, from UAB over in Birmingham for more specialized. So you're kind of like a little bit closer to that. So because Hartselle's older, when you're looking at the map and you're trying to figure out where you want to land in, Hartselle being so much older was its own little stand, probably back in the railroad ages, whatever, when that was a major force in the economy, propped the city up. So it became, it's titled the City of Southern Hospitality. And you can see there's not a whole lot going on. It does have a little downtown, and some of these other cities when you're going up north that are really just what used to be farmland that's been developed into 20, I'm exaggerating maybe a little here, but like 20,000 houses put up in old farmland. Just all these builders throwing up these subdivisions. Those city areas, they're not going to have something like this. They just haven't been around as long, or they're just very small. So I do like that feel that Hartselle has going for it. The affordability, and really that's the main reason people come out here. Either A, if you're not locked to having to be within a commuting distance of Huntsville, that's phenomenal. This really can stretch that budget a whole lot more. If you're wanting acreage, like a nice house on acreage, then if you go into the rural area, you can get that nice big house on acreage. Or, one crazy thing is, maybe it's just because this is the area I drive more often, but I've noticed a lot of equestrian type properties here. A lot of horses, A lot of the beautiful fence paneling out there with them. I think my wife knows some people who have done horse. You know some people who do have horses out here in Hartselle. Yeah. So if you're into equestrian, there's a bit of community here for that. It's just a quiet, slower pace of life where you're not bustling. Even with your main stores, you're not fighting the crowds all the time. Like even down, it seems silly, but even down to little things like the post office. If I can, I'm gonna avoid the Decatur post office. It's just too big. I always seem to have to wait there longer, and it's just not as friendly. But over here in Hartselle, if their internet's not down, they're a lot nicer. And man, I had a whole bunch. My wife especially, she prefers this one. A couple of years ago, sold off like my entire childhood Lego collection, and it was just trip after trip to the post office selling off those things. So she especially got very acquainted with the Hartselle post staff. But very nice people there. So right behind me here, this is gotta be one of the coolest places in Hartselle. And you know what? We're like 2 minutes from away from the brand new construction subdivision that I can't wait to show you. But Reeves Peach Farm here, like it's a U-Pick peach farm. And I completely forgot they had ice cream here too. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna split test the ice cream. We're gonna get one here, we're gonna get one at the other place that we showed you earlier, and kind of tell you the difference. But this place is really cool. They've got the farm to table restaurants. Food here is just good. It's like, it feels like clean, fresh food. They recently, I tried to get some footage here when they had the Strawberry Festival. It was so cool, but it was so jam-packed. Like this field right out here was completely, where it's grassy right now, it was completely filled with cars. I'll have a little bit of B-roll footage that I'll show while we had the event. They had the strawberries where you actually went and picked, and it was so many people. They ran out of strawberries on day one. And they have a lot of strawberries. That was crazy. But then you have this little area here for the kids to play around. They have sunflowers out here as well. You can kind of barely see them towards the back. They weren't even here like 3 weeks ago. That's crazy. The zinnia patch that they will have. Oh, that zoomed in a lot. The zinnia patch that they have. My wife's gotten some there. They just have some different events. They do a lot for the community. It's awesome. This is definitely a place if you're considering Hartselle. If you're driving through this area, go get lunch here. Go check it out. Go see this bar. I think it's one of the best parts that Hartselle has to offer. Just something unique in the peach farm that, nowhere, that's just not something you see just anywhere. I'm trying to stay back from the stand area a little bit right now, but they have a cute little shop in there with like all kinds of jams, preserves, ice cream, like I said, fruits. This is like a farm, so they've got all kinds of things there, like almost like a little mini farmer's market inside. For the sake of people's privacy, I don't want to run the camera too much in there. Kind of get a glimpse there. But yeah, this place has been around for a long time. They do so much here, and if you follow their Facebook page, like this is one of the, like, we don't do a whole lot in Hartselle for my family and I, but if they have something going on here, we'll come check it out, at least a couple times a year. My mom's a October birthday, and so yeah, there's been some years that we came out here kind of as a family to do the different U-Pick activities or the different fall festival things that they have over here. All right, so we're gonna get you guys right into this model home right here from Davidson Homes. This is beautiful looking. And again, this area is so affordable, and I just found out, I didn't even know, that pond back there behind me, it's stocked. For you fishers out there, is a stocked fish fish pond back there. And they're about done with, I think, phase 2 of this development. They have 5 phases planned. Right now, there's not a ton of amenities for this subdivision. You've got lots of trails that you can walk around here, walk through. But when I spoke with the builders, there is plans, no definite date yet, but there are plans to put another bigger fishing pond in future phases, and like a community pool center. So nothing's all, it's not done until it's done, but those are plans that there will be more coming to this area as it builds out. And the price one I'll just show you at the end. You guys are going to be shocked. All right, so let's just go right on in here. Let's go right on in here, and first thing I definitely want to show is this kitchen. This spot right here. So it feels really spacious. if you guys have been following some of the other tours that we were doing over in Madison and Huntsville, like honestly, I feel like this is more space between the kitchen area here and then the living room fireplace area over there, which is crazy because this house is coming in so much more affordable than a lot of those. This backyard, my gosh. Okay, you've got to see this. Now, a lot of the lots here, because this phase is finishing out, are not going to be quite this massive. But if you reach out, as new phases start up, you're gonna have a whole new, those bigger lots are gonna be coming back, more options to choose from. They do have a few left here, around the 0.3 acre range. But as they're getting ready to start on the next, which you'll see, you'll see in the video right there. Yep. As they build that out, they're going to have hopefully some more half acre lots and bigger lot sizes to choose from. But actually, this is a really nice, hold on, I got to hang out here for a second. It's a really nice little sitting area here. Like that outdoor, I love how they have the outdoor. I would just get this, again, especially if you put like a little, like if you have like a little kiddie pool out there or something. Yeah, mosquitoes here are bad in Alabama. I would want, and bugs in general, either get some tiki torches up here to keep those mosquitoes off you, or better yet, screen this in right here so that you can keep the bugs off. And then you have this really nice outdoor, almost like, I guess it'd be more of a patio, back patio. That's a really good size here. All right, so let's head back inside here. This is good too because it's got, actually, this is a really good size dining room here. You can see you got a good sized table and then actual like space right behind here. So that's a nice room right off the kitchen. All right, so this has got to be the primary bedroom suite. Let me know what you think of the accent wall, the back accent wall here. I like it personally, although if you're gonna put like pictures and stuff on there, I can see that getting a little bit, maybe get in your way, but I do like how it makes it pop a good bit. Primary bathroom right here coming through. So for those of you who do not like the Roman style, that Roman style bathtub, you've got one here that feels a little bit more secure to get in and out of. I know those freestanding ones, they're such a hit and miss with people. You either love it or you hate it. Hey, at least with this one, I would probably prefer this because it feels a little easier to get in and out of and you're not worrying about stuff getting under. So I think that's very nice. All right, going into this primary closet here. All right, let's head up. Let's head up these stairs here. Okay. Well, oh, that's cool. A little full spa table right here, a little reading nook. Let's see if I recognize any of these books. My son has them. I don't think so. So you have kind of a flex room up here. I love when you have the option to have your TV separate from the main living area. Let me know, is that how you guys use the room or not? For my family, we just found that the TV was really distracting. If it's there, it's on. TV not even being the priority for us anymore. This is a good sized closet back here. Oh, this could be a great storage room. So it's nice. It's got the upstairs here, but it's not like all of your bedrooms, spare bedrooms are up here, that kind of thing, where I'm a fan of all the bedrooms being on the first floor. Actually, a really good sized laundry. I mean, whatever size washer and dryer you have should be able to fit there, unless you have them on those big pedestals. It might fit there too. Let's have to check and see. I thought the pedestals for the front load set was the coolest thing ever. My wife absolutely hated the pedestals. So when we moved, those pedestals went away. Okay, good size quarter pantry there. You got your bedrooms off to the side. I do really like the Davison with their taller ceilings. I think that is a huge plus. You can see it would be kind of tough to fit. It would be really tough to fit like a king size bed in here. I mean, it would take up most of the room. You got a twin in here for the display, but having the tall ceilings does make it feel a lot more premium. And then if you go back and you add crown molding on it, Very nice. If you do have to fact. Here's the other room. Good bit of natural light too. We'll just turn off this and see. Yeah, we're what, 4 o'clock in the afternoon? Well, that's really nice. Great size closets. Yeah, I feel like this could almost just double as a really nice office. Bathroom right off here to the side. So it's not, yeah, okay, so it's not like a Jack and Jill style, just off on the side. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the open concept like this. And I think we would get so much use out of a sitting area just like that out there. All right. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's your flex space right off the main. You can have your office set up. So yeah, they build a variety of price points here. But if you want to know what like your normal kind of like 400,000. Now this one has a lot of upgrades in it. You might be pushing up that 480. They do make houses over here that go like they've had one that they built out that went all the way up to 565, and that's like much higher on the premium level here. A lot here you can do in the $300,000-$400,000 range, depending if you want to do all the builder upgrades right away or do them later. Models are always going to have lots of upgrades in them, so it's hard to fully price those out. But yeah, a lot of you could just, you know, this is a spot where your dollar is going so much more, where you might be able to sell your house and just eliminate your mortgage payment entirely, if you want to reduce expenses down. Or, and this is what's great too, like the affordability here, you know, it makes it where if there are two of you working, one of you it could be optional for. I know for that's a huge draw. Like for my wife and I in this area, she's a stay-at-home mom with our 2 boys. My parents, you know, my mom was able to be a stay-at-home mom. She did end up working part-time, picked up some part-time work over in Decatur, just for something to do, a little extra. But work being optional is the whole appeal here, versus if you're coming from a high cost of living area where you almost have to have 2 like executive level, high level salaries just to be able to afford basics to survive. So Huntsville, Alabama is affordable, and that's really the best thing about, you know, I think the best thing about this area. And then Hartselle is just taking that affordability up a step further. If you're willing to commute a little bit further to Huntsville, if you don't need all the amenities to that, you know, if you like this kind of quaint small town vibe, it does have a character. It does have a character to it as well. Like I'll say, you know, when you're trying, if you're trying to break in to a brand new area, and you don't know anyone, you know. There are a few different groups here that are great if you're into performing arts. There's a few groups for that. College Street Players, Dreamweavers. They're more oriented with more geared towards like young kids, but you know, I've seen teenagers and whole families really participate in those events. We did a collaboration with the Decatur Civic Course with them one year for 4th of July. That was a lot of fun. But really, that's going to be the secret to breaking in to a small town like this. You've got to get involved somehow, some way in the community. If you're working in Huntsville and your work life is over there and you don't establish a social life here, it's going to feel isolating, especially when so many people here have lived their whole life. Their parents, their grandparents have lived in the area. They've gone through, you know, middle school, high school together, and they've stayed. That creates tight bonded communities. You gotta be careful about what you say, because if you talk trash about one person, very likely that's going to get about to someone else. Very likely it's going to get back to that person. That's just small town living. It's just completely different than big city living. And so, but when you can break in, when you can get to know a few super connectors, some of our great friends are here in the Hartselle area. And so you get to know a few, they'll connect you with others, and then it just kind of cascades from there. Whatever that group, that cause, that activity that you like to do, just get involved. And then it's like you can kind of hack into the community, if you will, through those few connections. Let me know what you think, if this city does it for you, or if this is just going to be one that by the end of this video you're like, all right, thanks Richard, cross that one off my list, let's go on to the next one. And if you're just overwhelmed about this whole process, or you're thinking about flying out here, coming out here soon, don't do it alone. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Our team at Redstone Realty Solutions, we help people like you all the time relocate here to the area, or book a Zoom call. I love it when we book Zoom calls. So much more personal when we can do a Zoom call even than a phone calls. But look forward to hearing from you. Okay, it's crazy. I just had to stop, and we're on our way, literally on our way to Sparkman Park to go show you. And I had never seen this before. Hartselle has a farmer's market? That's crazy. I know Decatur has a little one, which honestly I don't even go to all that often, but this looks really nice. A newer building. Oh, and they have bathrooms here. Oh, fans? Cool. It freaks me out. There's like a little owl up here in the corner. I'm like, what is that thing? There's like absolutely no one here right now. I don't know what days they meet, but this is cool. This is really nice. Just, I had to stop and show you this because I didn't even know this was here. So you can live here for the area for 12 years and still be learning something new. And really a lot of that, and I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of that is just you just get stuck in your routines where you go and you never stop to go check out a new place. So that's why I love being able to even living here for a long time, being an outsider, you still can learn new things about every area. So all right, we'll head over to Sparkman Park, show you that next. Okay, so here we are at Sparkman Park. I didn't even know they had this. Disc golf. That's cool. Ooh, water there. So just to be real, like I never come here. In fact, I don't even know why that stuff's roped off down there by the benches. I guess it's not all the benches. From the car, it looked like all these benches were completely roped off. Some of them are. Oh, you know what? Did a tree fall down or something? Yikes. I have no idea. But yeah, so they have yeah, I'm gonna be honest, my wife was like, she doesn't think she's ever been here before. And I think I've been here one other time for a friend's high school graduation party. And, oh, this is cool. Gives you a good little overview of the park here. Tell you what, it's quiet, 6:30 in the afternoon on a Wednesday. Looks like a little field up ahead here. If you can't tell, we're not the most sporty people. I say we like trails and stuff. It's been so long since we've been on one since having the kids. It's just a lot harder now than it was just when it was just my wife and I. But a couple of different fields here. Looks like a baseball field. Ah, I actually have a really cool looking playground down here. Normally because we're in Decatur, we go over to Rhodes Ferry Park over there in Decatur because it's got that water right there. It's really nice and pretty. And then it's got a playground that we tend to take our toddler over to. There's actually quite a few fields here. Is that a third one? Hartselle Tigers baseball. Okay, so that's the school's team right there. Maybe some of these other ones are softball fields. Not too sure the difference. Is that a water? Oh, they have like a little water feature there. The other thing too is like with Hartselle is basically sister city to Decatur, and so if you want to make that trek over to Decatur, I mean it's not that far, and then you have the Point Mallard golf course, Point Mallard water park, all of that, which is a huge hit, and they'll do the Decatur Jubilees over there. I'm sure they have all kinds of events over here at the park. I'm just not super plugged into this particular area, but if you look up events over the Hartselle Park, I'm sure a lot will come up. Yeah, a little playground. No one's here right now, so it's not weird. Huh. Yeah, there's a little water park thing over there. And then another playground, another field. So this is really a good size park from one end to the other. So don't ask me how you get on one of these fields if you have a little team that practice. I know there are different adult groups, like baseball or softball teams in the area. Some different groups practicing out there. So yeah, nice little place, playground there. You bring the little ones out to play or walk the dog out around here. Go for a jog, whatever the case may be. This is a lot bigger than, any little parks in Decatur. We're gonna be going by the junior high school first, like 0.3 miles on the right. You're gonna be taking a right here. Like how I give those directions? You're taking a right now. All right. Sorry. So the junior high is going to be on the right side, which is great. All right, so here is the junior high. They've got kind of an overflow parking right there. I guess when parents come to get their kids, right, and line up. So we're gonna loop around. Honestly, I don't know when the kids get out of school here, but there is the only middle school, junior high school. That's a nice house right next to it. So when it comes to a small town high school, if you've never had one before or grew up with it, and I'm just speaking kind of anecdotally here because I was homeschooled, but you do have to think about it. If everyone, if you're going through and there's only one junior high, and then you're feeding straight into the one high school for the area, then what's going to happen naturally is, as my wife described it can get kind of cliquish because you've grown up with these people basically your whole childhood, and your friends are your friends. So if you have a rough start in middle school, and like, come on, who doesn't? You're if that carries with into high school, that can suck. The other part is like if you're a transplant right here. Now she was telling me some stories about a new girl that started the same year. Well, she was a junior that started, and she got into the popular group pretty quick. My wife wasn't into playing those games, and so she didn't really have a lot of friends there, and she keeps up with absolutely no one from her high school. In fact, she doesn't even want to. I think what is our tenure? Is that next year? No. When did we get? Yeah, it's next year. Next year is our tenure. She has no interest in going back to it, even if she was. If they remember to invite her. Here we go, Hartselle High School. We are going to go in the parking lot. Is this bringing you? Is this bringing you flashbacks? Big time flashbacks. Hartselle High School. It looks really nice. Like the building looks great. It's probably this car.
Oh yeah, I rode this car. That's where I would go.
Was the food any good back when you went here?
I,
Packed your own lunches. It's so hard to really like. Everyone has to do. You got to do your own research about schools because, even if let's say my wife, this was the most amazing, you know, high school ever for her. Like times change. Like there's no guarantees. That's why you got to figure out for yourself if high schools are important to you, any school is important to you. You got to do that research yourself. I'm just going to show you where it is and give you. Where did you Oh, okay. So there's a little pavilion out there. It's where my wife used to eat lunch. I didn't even know that. That's cool. So that garden over here wasn't that garden. You don't remember it when you were here. So that all this is new. Tomato plant. Wow. So cool. Yeah, they've expanded some things. So I imagine this parking lot gets pretty packed out. Lots of accidents. Oh, that's good to know. I was homeschooled. I did never had this problem. I didn't know. I never knew about accidents in parking lots at school. I never crossed my mind. It's a little terrifying now to think about it. It's like you put all the young drivers in one spot and let them go. Check out some more vlogs on the area, and I'll catch you on the next episode.